Hi everyone, welcome back to the latest video of the Spennymoor town save here on Football Manager 2019. Don't forget guys to like and subscribe to the videos and check out the other content creators on this channel. As you can see guys, since our last video we've had a great run of form. We've managed to beat Eastleigh, Salford, Dulwich Hamlet, Harrogate, Fylde and Hereford, and we are currently on a 6-match winning streak which has done wonders for us. We've really kicked on and done very well. Particular highlight was our 3-0 victory against Salford. A lot of these teams were towards the bottom end of the division, and we've managed to consolidate our playoff position. Whoops, get off there. And as you can see, we're now in 4th position with a few games left to play. And today we're playing Gateshead, who are down here in 19th, and they're safe from relegation, but obviously at the bottom end of things. So we'd expect, with them having lost 20 matches, we'd have a good chance of doing very well. And even though we've still got plenty of things that we could improve on in our team, we've managed to lose only 10 matches with 74 points in our first season in the Vanarama National League. So with some additions to our squad, I think we could do very well next season if we get things right. Just to look at the transfers in terms of transfer history, we haven't made any other signings since Caelan Lavery, and we have had Kelvin Atuhu leave for Basingstoke since we last saw us. Didn't really make an impression on the team. We've persisted with Naddison, who has scored a few goals and is ticking over nicely, and this is the team for today. But what I want to focus on in this video before we go into the match is my preparations for next season and a little trick that I've done that you might find useful. What I do is, guys, I go to the Vanarama National League and I'll start with Leyton Orient. I click on Leyton Orient and I sort the players by, first of all I go to contract and I sort them by expiry date. So those players at the top are the ones that are going to be expiring at the end of the season. And I also occasionally have a look at the 23s, but just for speed purposes I focus on the first team. Then I go to attributes, which you'll be able to do providing you haven't got Fog of War on. And I look for players who are expiring, say James Dayton here, and I might look at him. He's 31, so I prefer players who are a bit younger than that. But if I find a player that I like, for example, someone who's got good technical skills, plenty of things, someone like Charlie Lee, for example, again, he's 33, but if I say, look, I like him, he has got a contract till the end of next season, so I wouldn't be interested in him because I can't afford to buy him. So that's not a great example. So we go to the next team, Halifax, and we'd say, Jonathan Edwards looks like a decent player. He's 23. He's expiring. He's look at his stats. He hasn't played a great deal, and I would scout him. And I go through all of the players and I do that. I also look through their loan players because they're players who've come in from other teams, may well be available for loan again. I look firstly at their stats for this season. I then look at their attributes, of course, and their age, and just make sure that they might well be interested to join me next season on loan, because that's one part of the game that I haven't fully done it. Now I've done that for all of the teams in the conference and all of the teams in League 2, and in terms of my scouting in assignments, excuse me, what I have done is I've got Kevin Hunt looking for players who fit the assignment description for the first team in these different divisions, and I've got him doing that for as long as possible, and I'll have him doing that for most of next season as well, and he's obviously got good scouting statistics. I've got 2 scouts doing that, and I'm going to try and get more and more scouts as time goes by to do that. And I've also got Scott Corduroy searching for players who fit the bill in terms of players that are going to be up for contract at the end of the season, and I would basically, if I can, remove from shortlist the players who are got contracts for longer, but players like Tom White, and I would look at players like, for example, Sean Pearson at Wrexham. He's got a quality signing. He would be the second best player we've got. He is 30, so again, he's got to fit that criteria. But that's the type of thing that I'm doing, guys. I'm looking through all of the teams, like championship teams, and what I'm going to start doing towards the end of next season is get more scouts in and begin to ask them to give team reports on the first team and the 23s of most of the clubs from championship downwards, to try and say, is there any players who we could get on loan, and try and get the best 5 on loan that we can to try and help us dive up the leagues. And that's going to be on an ongoing basis. And the beauty of it is, the more you can be more concentrated with better scouts, and make sure that our scouting system, our scouting network is really, really good. And obviously as you get up the divisions, you then start looking at Europe and blah, blah, blah. So we're interested in the best players that we can possibly get. However, for today, that's for another video, let you know how we're getting on. For today, we are playing a positive mindset that has been good for us. I've put Naddison up front with Lavery on the right. Now that is a bit of a choice because I could play, excuse me, got to go back to there. Could play Lavery on the left. I'm just going to check if he's a left-footed player. He's a right-footed player. But given that he's an inside forward, what I might try and do here, because Lonshaw hasn't played great, although he did get 7.6 in the last games, I can't really drop him. What I might do is swap them over so they're playing on their opposite foot. I think I'm going to try that actually. I'm going to try that. Put Lavery on that side so when he's cutting in. He didn't play well last game. Like I say, you know, we'll give it a shot and see how we get on. We're playing Gateshead today, guys, so let's crack into the game and see how we get on. We are the 1 to 2 favourites for this game, and we are obviously good. You know, form is good. Gateshead's form is poor, so we're being positive. They've got a few a few injuries, should I say? Let's have a look at this guy. I know a guy called Dan Walker. He's a good player. And we are 74 points, so we could finish third. And if Halifax had a complete collapse, we could finish second. But I think first is unlikely. They'd have to both lose all of the rest of their games. We would have to win all of our games and do better than Maidstone. So it's possible, but it's unlikely. Right, guys, here we go. Naddison kicks off to Sheriff, and we're hopefully going to get a good result in this game. Video number 14, and the next one will be obviously the season wrap-up video. Get the rest of the games out of the way. Obviously, I tell a lie. It'll probably be the playoffs because that's where we're going to be, and hopefully we can have a run in the playoffs and possibly even get promoted. Wouldn't that be good? Although it would be a massive leap for us in terms of where we're at. I think another season in the National League would help us out a lot, and maybe we'd potentially be favourites with the right signings to go up. Robson over the top, and Naddison gets it. Could this be the moment? And it is. Naddison scores. That's what we want from him. Not falling offside for a change. And over the moon with that. Smith to Lavery, and that's what we wanted of him. Pass inside to Ethan Robson, who's our key player. Naddison takes it. Good touch. Gets forward. And pass the goalkeeper into the corner of the net. 1-0 to Spennymoor. Gateshead with a free kick. Williamson to Carroll. Blocked out to White, who's in the book. And we get it. Robson again passes to Smith, who punts it forward. It wasn't the best, and this could be a slight problem, but Sharman was offside. Tinkler bad there. Lavery pass inside to Launcher, who boots it forward. We almost slipped up there. Gets it back for a second bite of the cherry. Inside to Naddison, to Lavery, and he shoots, but he was just on an offside position. Corner to Gateshead. Greg Ollie comes over to take it. Right in the danger zone, and we just about clear it out to Ashley Mensah. And Gateshead still on the attack with Greg Ollie. He's covered though. We should get the ball. Sterry gives away a free kick and is probably going to go in the book for that. At least a yellow card. I don't think it'll be a red. There you go. Yellow card for Sterry. Ollie takes up a free kick in quite a dangerous position here. Puts it in. And Gateshead have scored. John Mellish with a goal. And to be honest, guys, it was coming. As we see the free kick from behind the goal, Greg Ollie passed it back into Mellish, who shot, and it deflected off George Smith. So that was unfortunate. 1-1. So a little bit of a shuffle, guys. We've put Sean Chewton on at the right, swapped Lavery onto the left, took Launcher off, and we've also, oh no, here we go, Askew with it, just offside. And we've also put Sheriff back at right back and put Oman Bike into defensive mid. And that was a terrible defence. Oh my goodness. Great free kick from Askew. The defensive line just so static. White just ran the line beautifully, and Norman couldn't do anything about it. 2-1 to Gateshead, and that was a disappointment. So we really want to see more from our team. That was really bad. A slack goal there off of such a good start. So here's Chewton on the pitch, and now we're starting to flap a little bit here. You can tell Robson with a good take. Up to Launcher, who, sorry, I took the Lavery off, not Launcher. Wish I had took Launcher off. So can we get this equaliser? Terrible ball. Askew again. Great save from Norman. Norman takes the kick, and that's it. Full time We just didn't play very well there at all. Very, very disappointing. So we remain in 4th position, and after 43 games we've got a healthy league record. We would have gone into 3rd place had we won that match, but Leyton Orient look dead set on getting promoted. In fact, are nearly guaranteed it. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens towards the end of this video, guys. So the next video will be the playoffs, and where we will find out where we are. Catch you guys on the next video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.